So we've talked about Chucky on this channel. We've also talked about Tiffany as well. So I want to take some time and talk about Andy Barclay, who happens to be another favorite character of mine within the Chucky series. And I pretty much want to talk about the childhood trauma that Andy has experienced throughout the Chucky series so we can get a better understanding of his character. So if you guys have any thoughts of your own when it comes to your own personal thoughts on Andy, or just anything that you guys want to share when it comes to the Chucky series, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And the very first thing I do want to talk about when it comes to Andy's character is the introduction of Andy's character, learning his roots of how everything started, especially when it comes to the initial trauma that Andy experienced. Because Andy Barclay is introduced to us as a 6-year-old boy in the 1988 film Child's Play, where he becomes the main protagonist. His journey from an innocent child to a battle-hardened adult make him a pivotal character in the Chucky franchise. Andy's trauma begins when his mother gifts him a good guy doll for his birthday, only to discover that doll, Chucky, is alive and murderous, and witnessing Chucky commit murders and being blamed for them himself leaves Andy in a state of terror and confusion, compounded by the disbelief of the adults around him. And this early encounter sets the stage for a lifetime of trauma. And I also want to take some time to talk about the psychological impact when it comes to Andy's character as well, when it has to do to things like isolation and distrust, which is probably something that you guys notice throughout these different Chucky films. Because the psychological impact on Andy of encountering a killer doll is profound. At such a young age, seeing Chucky commit violent acts creates an overwhelming sense of fear and confusion. Being unable to convince others of Chucky's true nature further isolates Andy, making his experiences even more traumatic and challenging to process. Throughout the series, Andy's experiences of Chucky lead to a deep sense of isolation and distrust. Adults, including his mother and the police, often dismiss his accounts as fantasies or lies, leaving him feeling alienated. This lack of support from those around him exacerbates his trauma, making him feel alone in his struggle against Chucky. And now I want to talk about the impact on the family dynamics and the continued trauma throughout the sequels, because that's something that definitely lured me in, especially when it came to me getting a better understanding of Andy's character. Andy's relationship with his mother, Karen, is significantly affected by the events of the first movie. After she is institutionalized for supporting Andy's claims about Chucky, he is placed in foster care. This separation and the instability of moving between foster homes add layers of emotional strain and insecurity to Andy's life, impacting his ability to form trusting relationships. His trauma continues in Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3, where Chucky returns to terrorize him. In the second film, Andy is placed with a foster family, only for Chucky to find him and wreak havoc once more. By the third film, Andy is in military school, yet the cycle of terror persists, reinforcing the recurring nature of his trauma. So just judging on everything that we went through so far, Andy's been through a lot of shit. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much shit this kid has went through, because he just wanted to have a toy for his birthday, but he ends up getting introduced to Chucky, who ends up just destroying his childhood. And because of those very reasons as well, he ends up developing these different coping mechanisms, especially when it comes to his survival and adult struggles as well. Because as Andy grows older, he develops coping mechanisms to survive Chucky's relentless attacks. In Cult of Chucky, he is depicted as a prepared and vigilant adult, keeping a severed Chucky head to prevent further attacks. This constant state of readiness showcases how Andy's past trauma has shaped his approach to life and survival. In his adult life, as seen in Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, Andy struggles with the long-term effects of his childhood trauma. He exhibits signs of PTSD, such as hypervigilance and paranoia, and lives a reclusive life, always anticipating Chucky's return. These struggles highlight the enduring impact of his early encounters with the killer doll. And obviously something that we have to dive into as well is the themes that's covered within Andy's character as well, which is one of my favorite things that I absolutely love talking about. When we start breaking down these characters, we get a better understanding of who they truly are, because despite the repeated trauma, Andy embodies themes of resilience and revenge throughout the series. His determination to stop Chucky and protect others from the same fate drives him. This relentless pursuit of justice and closure showcases his inner strength and unwavering resolve in the face of constant danger. Comparing Andy's trauma with other horror characters such as Laurie Strode from Halloween reveals common themes of isolation and resilience. Both characters endure repeated terror, yet continue to fight back, demonstrating how prolonged trauma can shape a person's life and actions. This comparative analysis deepens the understanding of Andy's character within the horror genre. And the last thing I do want to talk about when it comes to this whole breakdown of Andy's character is the psychological theories and the audience's connection to his character, because definitely looking at Andy's character as a whole, there's definitely a lot of questions that are up in the air. And also when it comes to seeing his inner struggle throughout the Chucky franchise, a lot of people can definitely feel for the character, including me myself. It must suck going through this shit every single time that he gets reminded of Chucky, because analyzing Andy's experiences through psychological theories such as PTSD provides a framework for understanding his behavior and coping mechanisms. Experts might suggest that his hypervigilance and mistrust are direct results of repeated traumatic events. This analysis showcases the realistic portrayal of trauma in the Chucky series and its long-lasting effects on individuals, and Andy's story resonates with audiences due to its exploration of universal fears such as not being believed and facing a relentless threat. And his journey from a terrified child to a resilient adult fighting for justice make him a relatable and sympathetic character, and this connection helps viewers emphasize with his struggles and root for his survival against all odds. So other than that, that's honestly all I have to really say about Andy Barclay in this video. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to break down Andy Barclay in this video, because Andy Barclay is another character that I happen to be a really big fan of in the Chucky series, and he definitely deserves his own video with us breaking down his character so we get a better understanding of his childhood trauma that we experienced watching the Chucky series. So hopefully after you guys were done watching this video, it helped you get a better grip of Andy's character, so even you guys can get a better understanding of him as well, because even me doing this video helped me get a better understanding of Andy's character too. So if you guys have any thoughts on Andy Barclay that you guys want to share with me, be sure to let me know down below. I would absolutely love to know your thoughts on this character. And also, if you guys have anything you want to say about the Chucky series, be sure to let me know down below as well. Maybe there's certain topics that you guys want me to discuss from the Chucky series. Be sure to leave any of those suggestions down there in the comment section. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And also, if you guys want to check me out on my social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, and my TikTok. All of that is located in the description below. And also be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are fully aware of whenever a video gets uploaded on the channel. But other than that, I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.